You know, geeks and gamers, sometimes after a hard day at work, it's fun to come home and turn on something like Solar Eclipse for the Sega Saturn. A beautiful console with some beautiful games, and this is one of them. A game by Crystal Dynamics. It's originally a sequel to a 3DO game that I've never played, and you fly spaceships around. That's fucking cool. So what goes well with the Sega Saturn and spaceships? Well, obviously it's beer. So I'm going to pour myself a beer in this glass. Actually, maybe not. I had a really tough day, so maybe this glass won't cut it for me. Ugh. There's a glass. I don't know. This is still not enough. Oh. Now this is a glass. I think I might need more than one beer. Oh my god. Oh yeah. Beautiful. Oh. Well, there we go. Now that is a beer. To you, Solar Eclipse. Oh. Woo!
Powell confirmed.
It's still jamming our distress call. Starting uplink procedure to Telsat 5.
Sue, we just lost the number 4 line. It's a full cascade.
How long?
Less than a minute.
Initiating unmanned launch cycle.
It's a 10G push, Susan. You'll never make it.
Watch me.
Powell, LaGrange Mining Colony, Facility 17. We're under attack. The ships are being flown by... We attempted emergency procedures, but triggered a cascade in the reactor and destroyed the facility. It's tracking me. Switching to frequency Delta 4-5. Oh my god.
Get out your popcorn and put on your space helmets because it's time for Solar Eclipse.
We're taking hits! Returning fire!
Solar Eclipse is a hybrid on-rail and simulation space shooter developed and published by Crystal Dynamics and released on the Sega Saturn in 1995. Like I mentioned in my intro, it's actually considered a sequel to a 3DO title named Total Eclipse. I've never played any games on the 3DO, but if Total Eclipse is anything like Solar Eclipse, sign me up.
My objectives are powder right now, pal. How about yours?
You do not want to piss me off, Lieutenant.
Sure I do.
At ease, gentlemen. I could ground you right now for the way you flew that mission. Give me one good reason why I shouldn't.
He nailed the target.
Decide. The man knows just how far he can stretch it. Man flies like that, you just can't take away his wings.
Now, mixing an on-rails shooter with a simulation shooter may sound strange, and it sort of is. This game requires more precision and skill than your usual arcade game, but still retains some of that arcade difficulty. And that arcade difficulty leads to this.
This game's pretty fucking hard. So in order to give you guys the fullest experience and really show you what this game has beyond the first few levels, which is as far as I can get normally, I'm gonna have to break out this bad boy, the Action Replay. For the Sega Saturn, this little magical device not only lets you do things like import games and save games to the cartridge, which is really handy because the Sega Saturn's battery system sucks. Also, I can use it to cheat. So I think I'm going to cheat.
You're 2 for 2, stuntman. Kelp may not like your moves, but I don't hear Hopscotch complaining.
I hate this. Losing an engine, job only got half done. Can you imagine the humiliation?
You're welcome.
Hey, stay in the pocket, Hopscotch. Setting course back for the Tomlinson, half speed, so Gimpy here can keep up.
Hey, cut it out.
Man, you have to love live-action schlock from these old CD-based games. I was actually highly entertained by this game's story. You play as Stuntman, a know-it-all pilot with a dark past who was sent out to investigate a strange distress signal coming from an old mining colony. And from there, it's your basic sci-fi action you could find in any old 90s sci-fi show. But it actually does have a pretty notable cast for being a game like this. Claudia Christian from Babylon 5 is here. Gary Hudson, who was in Roadhouse and also in The Adventures of Briscoe County Jr. Man, could you imagine if Bruce Campbell was in this game? Steve Park was in Fargo and one of my favorite films, Falling Down, with Michael Douglas. I absolutely love Falling Down. And even the voice of Mario himself, Charles Martinet, has a role in this game. I guess the Saturn does what Nintendo do.
You got Solar Eclipse on the Sega Saturn. You got the Sega Saturn. And you got a tall glass of beer. This is gonna be a fun night.
This game spans 8 stages, with each stage progressing the plot and ending with a boss battle. I really liked how some of the stages have you rotate your ship 90 degrees to avoid obstacles with the shoulder buttons. It's a really cool mechanic. And how you can also get power-ups to stack on top of your normal lasers and missiles. It made for some very fun and varied combat. Makes you wonder why people slept on this one. I mean, it's not, Panzer Dragoon, but it's still a fun game. By Crystal Dynamics, I mean, they made Gex and the current Tomb Raider games. Like, this is a game I don't hear people talk about too often.
We're off the deck.
Q Bravo wing. How long till she blows?
16 minutes if we can't stop it.
If the Tomlinson blows, it won't matter who made it off that deck. We're as good as dead without that carrier.
Where's Hopscotch? Damn! The ship was down for repairs. I'm going back. Negative. I'll signal Bravo wing and they'll... Bravo is below deck. I'm going in. Hold position, Peterson. That's an order. Damn it, Pitbull!
Major, I was wrong about those 16 minutes.
How long?
Well, right about now.
Peterson.
We're dead. We're dead. We're dead.
My only complaint with this game, really, is that the stages go on a little too long sometimes. Like, up to 20 minutes for a single stage. And when the game takes such a realistic tone as it does, the environments never change too drastically or get too crazy, making the stages that take a while drag on quite a bit. It's just, I don't know. They should have either shortened the stages or they should have, made the game a little more varied with its, with its environments. Besides the addition, the occasional cave or outdoors, asteroid belt or something.
Shield energy. Excellent flying, stuntman. You've been stuck in Bravo too long.
Oh shit.
This is Pitbull. Regroup immediately. I've not confirmed any impact, colleagues.
I wish I was a Sega Saturn drummer.
Vegas took out a lot of peripheral targets, but he Well, he was on a winning streak.
He blew the mission chasing the wrong priorities.
You would know, Lieutenant. Okay, Hellcat, we need a cool head in charge of Red Team.
Can't. My navigation computer shot. It should be stuntman anyway.
That's not an option.
Major, the guy's a Class A jerk. But he can fly. And he has a functional nav computer. We need to exploit every advantage we have.
But the game is still very fun. It feels very nice with the Sega Saturn 6-button pad. The only thing that feels a little weird is maybe like the up and down for the ship, but you can get used to that very, very easily. Although I would be interested to see how this game would play with the flight stick for the Sega Saturn. That might actually make this game a lot more fun, to be honest. And there's even a first-person mode available in the options. I didn't use it because I don't like it too often. I tried it and I thought it just hindered your view way too much for this type of game. So I stuck with the behind the ship view, but it's an option, so that could be cool. This game did get a PlayStation release in Europe under the name Titan Wars. So if you like the PlayStation over the Sega Saturn, well, for one, you're subject to a suplex from Segata Sanshiro, and two, you still have a way to play this title, so don't be afraid to pick it up. Solar Eclipse. Check it out on your Sega Saturn. A boxed North American copy won't run your wallet up too much. I mean, it's pretty affordable, and that's saying something because it's a North American Sega Saturn game. But I've seen it online for, maybe $30, $40. Not going to run you up too much, and that means you have more money to go buy more beer. Yay, beer!
I don't know if you can hear me, Major, but Iris is dead. So is that crazy colonist. So are you, for all I know. As for me, I'm out of fuel, oxygen, and luck. I'm about out of time. In case there's a colony receiver station out there, this is Lieutenant Jake Cross. Last survivor of the UNS Thomason. For the record, first man to land on Saturn.